Hi, good morning everybody. Well, today we're making a golden cake with banana custard filling, yummy, and chocolate icing. It's a delicious, wonderful cake. We have a new member of the family. We have a brand new mixer today. The other one was sort of getting old and he wasn't feeling good, so we're going to add in we're going to start with a brand new mix master. So I have to get used to using this little guy. So I'm adding in 3/4 cup of butter, 2 cups of granulated white sugar. It's very sweet but delicious cake. Oh, I absolutely love homemade cake. 2 cups of sugar. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's nothing better than making something from homemade. It's really delicious. Oh. And I've baked for a few days because my poor mixmaster wasn't feeling good, so I had to go out and get a whole new mixmaster. But he's a nice guy, so let's hope he works good. I have to get used to figuring out how to get this little guy on. Here we go. It's working really good. Every time I use it, it's got to be washed off with a little towel and a little bit of water to make sure there's no dirt that gets inside. Okay, I'm adding in virtually 5 eggs, 3 regular eggs and egg yolks. They all go in separate times. My daughter said I barely mix it because I'm not done yet. All right, well, she has no right going. 3 eggs. And we're going to add in the yolk after I get done with the oil and the vanilla. There's nothing better than a homemade cake, folks. Oh, it's delicious. Mix this together. In a 1/4 cup of oil. Sometimes you add in both butter and oil. You never know. I'm also going to add in my vanilla. I'm adding in a teaspoon of vanilla. Then we're going to go to the dry. I got into another show. It's a virtual show, Legally Blonde. Okay. So it's so much fun to do these virtual read-throughs. It's a lot of fun. I'm adding in a teaspoon of vanilla. Here we go. Mix it together. Without the vanilla, it would not come out too good. Then we've got to go to the egg yolks. In 2 1/3 cup of flour. We're now up to the dry. Everything has to be done right when you make a cake, or folks, it's not going to come out no matter what you do. 2 1/3 cup flour. Where did I put my? Oh, here it is. Folks, I'm not awake yet. I was just telling my daughter we're having some house maintenance stuff because when you own a house, folks, you have to maintain it. All right, now what are we up to? 2 1/3 cup of flour. And what happens when my mind goes off? Oh, here we go. Now I'm going to add in my baking powder. I'm adding in 2 1. I can't even read my own handwriting. 2 1/2 cups of baking powder. All right, let's grab this. Got low on baking powder, folks. I don't know where it goes, but it just disappears. 1. Go, and we're adding in 2 1/2. I've got to find that half. Here it is. Here we go. Yes, my grandmother was definitely the baker in the house, and she really taught me how to bake. I tell you, folks, I will have to remember the milk because I have a habit of forgetting things in the morning. When you make a cake, use whole milk. It tastes a lot better. Often you can use buttermilk, that's true, but I prefer to use whole milk. I'm just going to grab my whisk. It's really amazing. I know where everything is in this house. Mix this together. Amber is very nosy about the garbage. We're going to add in the dry and then the wet. Amber. Here we go. Now we're going to add it, and we're going to add in some milk now. We're going to alternate. Yeah, I went for a walk yesterday with my daughter. It was so beautiful. Oh. Oh, folks, I have to say something. Today marks the day. I came back to my memories. I did a show called Promises, Promises of Brookdale, 1974. Folks, I was so young, and you know the funny thing is, I baked back then also. There we go. Okay, I think that's going to be it for now. I'm just going to grab my spoon. Where did I put my spoon? Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm going to make sure this is completely mixed together. Lots of arm movement because you want to make sure there's butter going to show no matter what you do until this is baking. Okay, next step is I got to grease the parchment paper. Always use parchment paper, folks, when you bake a cake. Okay. Very important, because what happens is the cake will actually peel off the parchment paper. I'll leave it to it. Some of it will get out, and some of it will not, you know. You don't want anything to stick, even to the sides, you never know. So I always spread the butter even on the sides so nothing can stick. There we go. I use unsalted butter. I make sure it's melted. There we go, a little bit more. Alright, now, we're going to put the batter in here. Now, keep in mind, some of it could sneak out. We got to be very careful because you don't want it to hit anything but the parchment paper. Here we go. Now, there's butter in here. There's a lot of butter in this cake, and what happens is, when the cake is baking, the butter will melt right into the cake, and it'll be so yummy and delicious. There's also oil in here. Here we go. Here we go. A little bit more here. You try to even it out if you can, when you make a good cake. All right. Okay, it's just going to rise, obviously, first. We're going to bake this, let me just rip this off. I don't want to... Okay, we're going to bake this for about 15-20 minutes. Hurry up, hurry up. I almost lost the tape today. I went to a Bible class, I lost track of time, and the phone almost died. So now we're going to put in the custard. Water, here we go. This. A delicious banana custard. It's going in the middle. Spread it all through the middle part, then we're going to go to the top layer, and we're going to put chocolate frosting on it. It's delicious, it's yummy. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next step. You just don't always know. Here we go. It's greased a lot with butter because it prevents the cake from sticking, and this is definitely an honor of the butter that I did back in 1974 when I was a young person myself. Okay. I'm still trying to get the cake round. It's so hard. Now be careful when you spread frosting. It's homemade, it's natural, so I guarantee it can crack, so you gotta be very careful. Oh. I might have to use this knife because it's really hard to spread this out without, I don't want to damage the cake. Daughter just told me to be very careful, it's starting to slide. Because it's got banana custard in the middle of it. Here we go. Make this on the top. Yeah, I said, oh my goodness, it's getting dark. I said, oh my gosh, my phone is going to die, so we don't want to lose the tape because my phone died. Yeah, this sort of is like an eclair cake. We can call it anything you want to call it. It's a, it's a vanilla golden cake with banana custard filling. No, it's actually, I'm going to call it a vanilla cake, banana custard filling with chocolate icing. An eclair cake will be made with vanilla. A little bit more, and then we'll wrap it up today. And here we have a delicious, wonderful, you can see the banana custard right in the middle. A delicious vanilla yellow golden cake with banana custard filling and chocolate icing. By the way, Tom Country Kitchen, have a great day, and please subscribe to my wonderful YouTube channel.